I hope you're doing well. Today has been a good day, but I would definitely say it's been an adventure, to say the least, and I'm tired. And I haven't done that much, and so maybe I'm not doing enough. Maybe that's why I'm tired. But our day started out, it's Sunday, so we started out the day getting ready for church, and we were all prepared and had the bags, and Dan had put all the kids in the car. I went to use the restroom one last time, grabbed the bag, and I hear Dan outside trying to start the car, and it won't start, and it won't start, and it won't start. And so he was fiddling around with a few things, and then I was like, should we start pulling the kids out of the car? And we did. And we ended up not going to church because the car would not start. We thought it could be the battery. We weren't for sure. It's a Sunday. We live in a Catholic country. The grand majority of things, unless it's in the mall, they shut down on Sundays. That's just the way they do it, and that's the way it should be. People need to spend time at church. People need to spend time with their families, and so everything shut down, and so there wasn't really anything open, and our car wasn't going, but we weren't stuck on the side of the road. We weren't locked out of our car, at church on the side of the road or anything. We were at home. So we, were able to have church at home and spend some time together, and that was really great. And thankfully, just posting different things on Facebook. One of the Korean missionaries here, I think he's Korean American, anyways, there's a mix. He sat there and said, hey, do you want me to come over and try to jump your car? Because we thought it was the battery. And we said, yeah, sure, let's try it, see what happens. Well, he tried jumping it, and it didn't work. And we're like, okay, maybe it's not the battery. Thankfully, we didn't, because we were going to take the battery out and then go to try to find a store and say, hey, this is the battery we need. Well, if it's not the battery, it would have been useless to replace that battery. And so I'm like, okay, I've got all these Filipino friends on Facebook. I'm just gonna see who's on and start messaging people. So I messaged our language teacher that we've had in the past, and she has a brother that's a mechanic. And then I saw that one of my helpers was on Facebook, and I was like, you guys have a big family. Do you know anybody that's a mechanic? And she's like, yeah, my husband's a mechanic. I was like, oh, wow. I'm surprised I didn't know that. And, she was asking questions, what was wrong? And she's like, we'll just come over. And so they came over. Another family member came over. They were just super, super sweet. They have, in the family, they have a little one that is really close to the twins' age, and so that was kind of fun to see them play. And then the two guys that came over and Dan, they all looked at the car, and we believe we have a diagnosis. We have a bad fuel pump, so we need a new fuel pump. And since nothing is open on Sunday, none of the mechanical places and none of the supply mechanical places, there's nothing we can do today. And so Dan still went out on the motorcycle and got us lunch. We've got different foods that we like to eat on Sundays, and things that Thomas is used to, and things that the twins are used to, and so we wanted to keep that the same. And this is before our helper's family came over to look at the car, and actually even before the Korean gentleman came over and looked at the car. And so it's still been a good day. It's still been our normal Sunday, except we didn't go to church. It's been nice to relax, but I don't know if it's, we had a flat tire in January, and then, we've just had the different stresses with the twins and Thomas and life, and then I've got my own health issues that I've dealt with lately, that I'm extra tired. And it's just now March, so we have all of March to get through, all of April to get through, and a good majority of May to get through before the end of the school year. And part of me just wants to be done now. And I feel bad because I love my students, I love teaching, but I don't know, a lot of this stuff that is small, and I know, it's part of owning a car, the different things we've had to deal with, it's part of living in a house, it's part of being an adult, but it's also very hard. And not like, I have a grandfather, I have a grandpa that knows all kinds of people, and not only that, like, he knows tons of things about, like, cars and machines and just different things. And so, like, being in a country where I don't, Dan and I, like, we specifically don't know, oh, if we have this issue, we call this person, or if we have this issue, we call this person, or if we need this, we go to this place. And so a lot of it is still trial and error. So I'm very thankful that we've been here for 5 years, and so some of the things we do have figured out, like, some of the places we need to go to, we understand that, but there's also a lot we don't understand, and we're still trying to figure out, and it's just, it's hard. And then we've got friends and other missionaries that are finding out that there's different issues that their kids are dealing with back in the States, and they're here, or they're finding out that they have different health things, and finding out that they have to get those things taken care of here. And that when it's not your home country, when you don't completely understand things, and it can make life harder. And I don't know, sorry, I'm babbling. There's been just different things on the news where they've been talking about, like, oh, we might have, travel bans and things for Asia, and I'm like, wait, Asia's like a whole entire continent, and we're not just talking about a smaller area, there's part of me that's like, okay, are we going to be able to travel this summer how we want to, and what are things gonna look like? And I'm trying not to think about every worst case scenario, and trying not to worry too much. I'm trying to count my blessings, because we are blessed. Like, the fact that somebody came today and tried to help us jump our car, like, we had pulled our car in, so we had to push it out, angle it so that it could be jumped, and then we had to push it back in. And, like, the fact that we were at home when it wouldn't start, that's a blessing in itself. The fact that we still have the motorcycle, so, I mean, it just means that not all of us are gonna be out and about. And honestly, I don't know that I want to be out and about with all 3 kids. But we do have things coming up, like on Friday, or depending on just whatever day it happens, the twins' parents would like to see them again. And so, do we take the car, or do we figure out a taxi? And, what's that going to look like? So that has to happen probably on Friday. And getting Thomas to and from school, we can do that on the motorcycle. But we like to do speech in the car, because a lot of times after school he's tired, and you don't want a sleepy child on a motorcycle. That's just not a good thing. And so, yeah, I don't know. There's been a lot going through my head. Maybe I'm sleeping too much. Maybe I'm just been, I don't know, too lazy or whatever. And so that's let my mind wander in places that it shouldn't go or whatever. But, I don't know. It's been kind of rough lately, but I know that God is still good. He's going to get us through this. We've got partners praying for us, and I thank you for your prayers. We have, churches praying for us, and I thank you for that. And we have all of you that care about us and love us. And like, I know especially like I have a mom and a grandma that are back home, and like grandma is watching like every video, and as soon as I share like that I'm going through something or certain emotions, she's like the first to call, and the first to care, and mom too, and there's others, and it just, that means so much. Thank you for not sitting there and saying, your worries or your fears or whatever, that they're small and insignificant. But I'm also trying to remind myself that, we have a roof over our head. We're very blessed. All of our bills are paid. We're not behind on that, and we get paid tomorrow. And so hopefully this pump that we need for the car, hopefully it won't cost too much, and we'll have the money to pay for it and be able to pay the gentleman that came and looked at it today and have him put it in, and with that be a blessing to their family. And it just, it's so very thankful for just the different Filipinos that we have in our life that care about us. I mean, we have 4 wonderful ladies that come in groups of 2. There's a group of 2 that come Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then there's another group of 2 that come on Tuesdays and Thursdays and just bless us in so many ways. And life would be a lot harder without them, so I'm so thankful for them. And and I just remembered, like, we're supposed to go and get the girls updated on their shots this week, but if we don't have a car, that'll have to wait. And so anyways, there's always something. We do not have a car right now that runs, but we believe in a God that hears our prayers, and in His timing it shall be fixed. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, ring the bell or click on the bell so that you get notifications of other videos, and make sure you subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye. God bless.